Everybody is doing blame for you. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the support. Just being able to know our family is growing so rapidly is truly a blessing, and I'm like appreciating above all odds. I'm just so grateful for y'all. So thank you so much for the support. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you are comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about this positive feedback of the content of my video. You're just up telling me about your empathic gift and how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. Also, if you feel like the videos are very uplifting to you, give you good vibes, or good uplift or information that can really, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow path, or even life purposes, please go ahead and share, even if they need spiritual guidance as well, please go ahead and share. So as well as give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you so much for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And today, the music I'm using on the background is so beautiful. I love the way they use that thumbnail. It's like, it makes me, oh, feel like I'm like close to heaven. And it's called The Connection to Higher Power, 9999 hertz, plus 999 hertz. Energy energy source, 444 hertz, angelic healing therapy. That's a lot of good synchronicities right there. So and the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas. We're on the road of redemption. Anytime I think about that name redemption, I think about Bob Marley's redemption song. That song has helped me through a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And as well as the movie Shawshank Redemption. I love that movie too, even though it was long as hell. I love that movie. It was really good. But we all are on that road to redemption, just healing, saving and healing from errors, evil, sins, past mistakes, regret, anger. We're all on that road, being able to see things at a broader perspective, getting the bigger picture. It took us a long time to do that, because it's like we get frustrated when we want so badly to have the things that we want in our life. There are so many things that, it could be a new house, it could be starting your own private business, wanting another car. All these different things are being placed in your life where it can really, make you really want to work hard and all this stuff for it. And that's what you have to do. A lot of times people can be blessed with things just handed off to them, but not all of us are blessed like that. A lot of times we got to go, but it's like when you have to work and earn it, it feels a lot better than it's just being handed to you. Because I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's being handed to you, gifted to you, but then you're not, really getting the full purpose of that blessing. Even though it's being given to you, but being able to know you worked hard, you earned this, you didn't need anybody's help. I even told my daughter, she got me there. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I'm trying to get this link to her to put on my videos. I'm gonna start doing that. She just finished doing her book. I forgot, millennial something. Oh my God, she's gonna kill me. I need to write that down. But there's so many people that has been on my YouTube channel for a while, and they sent her donations. I'm really appreciating that. She finally got the book published. It's with different arts from different people, empaths as well, with their different talents has been placed in the book and has been illustrated. It's very good. And when I make my next video, I'm gonna go ahead and show the book because I know me and my daughter got it. So I'm gonna be posting a link. She's doing book sales online. It's available online, and if you're in the Little Rock, Arkansas um, area, you can be able to visit her there. They're doing some kind of stuff that's going on down there. And I told her I was going to show support, being able to do what I can do for her. I said, hey, I'll do what I can do, but, you got to be able to make it happen. It's all about the growth. It's all about the determination. It's all about, pressing forward and having faith within yourself. Because when it's like all odds are against you, that's when you when you can truly fulfill that blessing. God and universe makes a way out of no way. A lot of times we try to do things and fix it on our own, and it's like you're like, oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my God, I got a deadline for this and this and that. That's when we put worry on it. If you know that there's something you truly want, and I gotta preach it myself too, because I gotta practice what I preach. There's times that I'm gonna sit up here, on so many different things. There's things I want so badly in my life, and it's just like when you're allowing stress to get to you, you know and then it starts, it's stress, and then it's anger, and uh all these different things that's going on, that you're not staying focused. You're allowing yourself to be distracted. And sorry about that, and somebody just texted me, and I'm just like, okay. So it's just, there's so many different things that goes on in our life where it feels like odds aren't against us. But when you're taking that leap of faith to go down that road and just basically say, it is what it is. I'm going to take it for what it's worth, and allowing myself to do what I need to do to save myself. A lot of times we look for folks to save us. The only person you can save is yourself. You can do so much. It's just like, there's so many times my dad has came to me, the twin flame situation. A lot of times they're showing you the ugliest truth in its purest form, its strongest form. And then I can actually, even though I'm still working on myself, there's always room for improvement. No matter if you're right exactly where you want to be, there's always room for you to make yourself better. You always supposed to leave room for that. And you allow yourself to be able to appreciate a lot more things. I appreciate my dad, because there's times that I've been so sad, and I can just cry, and he feels that, so he's like, I'm here. What's going on? I'm sending you love. I'm sending you love. And I was like, I appreciate that, but I need you to let me do this. I said, I love you for that, just because the fact is you're showing me that support. And I guess it's just like our connection has been blocked for so long, and he's been wanting to do that, and it's just like, daddy, come save the day. And I was like, I appreciate that, but this is something I got to do on my own. You can always send so many people love as much as you want to, but if they, the only way they can really truly feel that love is if they feel that, they're doing it from within, because a lot of times we look for happiness on that, external thing. We're looking for people to make us happy. We're looking for people to make us feel loved. You have to be that one who does it first inside. And then when you do it on inside, I say, I love myself, flaws and all, I might be a little bit chunky on the chunky side, but I love my chunky self. I can be able to deal with that. That's fine. It was a lot of times I looked at myself. I'm like, oh, you look disgusting. But I have to tell myself, look, stop placing judgment on yourself. You didn't start gaining this weight until you're an emotional eater. You allowed yourself to, you had to let go of the weed and the cigarettes and the wine and stuff like that. So through stress, I allowed myself to be an emotional eater. So a lot of times, now it's just like when I get frustrated and stuff like that, and I have to be able to stay on myself, because there's a lot of times I'll start working out and then I'll stop. And then it was just like, shoot, when I had cancer and all that stuff, boy, I was like a workout fiend. And where I was working at in the military defect is like where you feed, the soldiers. It was like them folks made me want to go New Jersey Hunter on them, ready to, start slaying folks like Buffy. Good. I took my anger out on working out like 5-6 likes and stuff. They're like, well, hell no. You better be lucky I'm doing this, not laying hands on you. So, I always had to do that. And then it was like when I was so busy placing judgment on myself when I didn't like how I felt, and I used to cry because I used to be tiny until, I started going, I started being very, I was very healthy right before I moved here, not eating sugar, always drinking everything natural and all that stuff. And then when I moved down here to the South, that's when I really started emulating what my dad, they were like, ooh, you need to gain some weight. You were too skinny, this and this and that. And it was just like, the more weight I lost, the more I looked just like him, except I was just darker and a female. And it was just like, they kept on trying to feed me, and all of a sudden I started blowing back up again. So it's just, now I'm on my road to saving myself, allowing myself to know that nobody is perfect. We're all on that that journey of growth, allowing yourself to love yourself on so many different levels, allowing yourself to appreciate everything that's coming in and being removed out of your life, being able to know that and allowing yourself to know not to let fear and stress get to you. There's going to be days it's not so perfect, but you all have to be able to be grateful for within those days, because there's a lot of people right now that didn't wake up this morning. There was a lot of things that people are struggling with, that that they will appreciate, that we take for granted. There's a lot of things that we're dealing with. So be proud of yourself, even though you not might not be at where you're at. You have to remember, you have to look at what happened when you first started your spiritual awakening. You are nowhere near what you used to be, but even though you're closer, you don't even realize how close you are to your blessings. You don't know. We're all on that next stage of that chapter, but we're still healing from the things that was left over from that last war that we were dealing with our version of ourselves, the old version. So there's so many of y'all that there's times I'll be dropping these comments and I'll be crying like really hard. And there's days where I used to get frustrated and angry and say, why do I have to keep going through this? Why do I have to keep experiencing this? I used to get mad at myself because I was still holding this hurt in for myself for everything I've gone through. And then I had to really stop being hard and being so judgmental on myself. Because I'm like, shoot, you just went through a breakup from a 12, I mean, not from a 12, but 21-year, relationship. You weren't married, damn near were, common law where we were living at. You found out the identity of your father, and when you found out the identity of your father, this is when he passed away. And then you found out that your family had something to do with you not being able to have that connection. That was a lot for me to deal with. I'm just glad I'm not on no hardcore drugs and I ain't try to kill myself. Even though there's times I've tried and couldn't succeed. I've knocked on death's door a little bit too much. And I mean, it was just allowing myself to see the ugliness in the world. And it's just like lately, I've been watching a lot of movies that, I've watched before, but being able to get the subliminal message of why I'm being reminded of certain things. When I see myself going through so much and try to understand what is that purpose, because it was like my blessings in the sky. My mom used to say, Roslynn, you talk too damn much. And then now I'm doing videos, and even my dad, God rest his soul, he was like, oh girl, you could talk. But then he was just like, nah, I see why you had to talk, because everything you go through, you're allowing people to see the imperfect side of yourself. A lot of times we shield that. We want people to, be jealous of us. You want people to be like, oh, I want to be like them. Because, when you see people on social media, they'll allow you to see what they want you to see. You thinking, oh, they have this perfect relationship or they have these perfect lives. Nobody got no perfect life. There's just some people allow their mistakes and their issues to allow them to grow and reflect, and they can be able to make videos. That's where a lot of the inspirational speakers come from. Like I mentioned before, Ralph Smart, I love his videos. Infinite Waters, Dar Man, I love his videos. I watch him daily. They've helped me. Jay Sheedy, he used to be a monk, now he's a motivational speaker. All the things that they have talked about in life, they did not always have pure success. They went failure, step back, setbacks and all these different things, and I can appreciate all those things because it allowed me to say, this is where I want to be. I love what they do. This has helped me. I want to be able to make this feeling I have for myself from their videos, for somebody to have this from watching my videos. And then when I seen all the pain and the sadness that I've currently went through, still working on myself with, it's just a good thing when I can mention it to you and not have to be fighting back tears. There's a lot of things I said in my videos, and uh and then you have to see me go like this because I was fighting back those tears. If I cry now, it want to be because of the fact is I'm healed, or the fact is I'm proud of myself because I'm no longer allowing that experience to leave me in a certain emotion other than being a happy emotion of being grateful for experiencing that, because it allowed me to reflect the strength and the power I had within myself. And that's why I love doing my videos. A lot of people are telling me how grateful they are. It's allowing them to be able to be comfortable living in their own skin, allowing themselves to know they're not crazy. They're just mentally, you're mentally inclined, mentally gifted, all this stuff. You're perfect just the way you are, perfect in an imperfect world. A lot of times, when I had the gift of the second sight, sixth sight, whatever you want to call that, I see dead people. I was like that little boy. Being able to know that I've helped people come to terms with a lot of things, or they wanted those messages. If their family is still there, there's certain things that they have mentioned. There's no way in hell I should have been able to know. It was that gift I was being able to place on somebody else's life, even though it put me in an emotional standstill, just because I was able to feel that emotion at that certain time that they wanted me to be able to feel, see, that love, or that certain impact that they made in that life, that keeps on replaying on them, because they missed their loved one that's passed on. I love the fact that I have a gift like that. I used to get in trouble, back in the day, if I would tell something that I shouldn't say, because it was like my mom's ex-husband used to say, you need to not do that. You can really hurt somebody like that. Somebody can be angry at you because you did that. And he kind of envied that because I had that gift. I shouldn't, I was saying 4 or 5 years old. I was my dad's twin sister, and I told my mom, I died, and then find out people that's close to my dad, like, how did you know that? It was because I remember that time. I remember the times when my dad had seizures. I was that one with him when he was all alone. All those different things I was able to remember, that has brought like tears to my eyes, because the closer we got, the more things I started to remember, the more times I felt like we've been connected in one way or another in each other's lives. And it was like that memory was shut down for so long, and for it to come back up, it brought so many different emotions. But it was like, how you haven't seen a relative in so long, and all of a sudden being reconnected with them, and then all those memories come fluttering back. It brought on a lot of emotions, happy, sad, just, it brought on a lot of stuff, but allowed me to know I love the road that I'm on, allowing myself to forgive myself from allowing the painful situations to hold me back for so long, for me not being able to see that, even though it was coming to the surface, it was resurfacing, for allowing myself to know you went through this, but yet you're still here to tell about it. You survived the inevitable. I've knocked on death's door so many times, and so many incidences came in my life that I should have been dead for, and I can really say I'm blessed for that. And just being able to make videos about it and tell people about it, and allow you to be able to reflect on your life and how far you are in it, even though you had all these painful things that's happened to you in your life, you can actually say you're blessed because you survived over things that other people probably would have died from, or would have caused more havoc than you did. There are so many people that I've known personally, and they know deep and dark the things that I've experienced just for being my dad's daughter. And they were like, Roslynn, you are better than me because I would kill somebody. I said, don't think it didn't cross my mind, but I know that universe and God had a better plan for me. Um, and I love the outcome of this. I love what I'm able to impact in people's lives. A lot of people might feel some type of way about it, and that's fine. That's, when if it's something of anger or jealousy, that's a personal issue. That's not my issue. That wasn't the kind of impact I was trying to make in anybody's life. But allowing you to know you are stronger than you give yourself credit for at times. You will survive if you allow yourself to. I've had so many friends, like, cut their lives short because of things they could not handle. And there are so many times I've tried that myself. And, that's why, I talked about it the other day, and it brought tears to my eyes because I've been there. There's time, when I found out who my dad was, and then knowing all these different things that, when I went through my night terrors and had to go see a psychiatrist, I didn't know that my dad knew about my therapy situation until he said this in an interview when he was with Oprah. He was like, I put somebody through therapy, and I didn't know. He got really he got really like uncomfortable talking about it because he started stuttering and stuff. And then that reminded me, I remember seeing his essence there with me when I went under that. That was like our separation because my family told them, look, she's obsessing with Prince. She needs to stop thinking about Prince. She's dreaming about him. And then my therapist is like, wait a minute, she kind of looks like him. Is there something you into, and then all these crazy things went on because I was having so many night terrors. Like I was sleepwalking. I wasn't being able to sleep because I kept dreaming about my dad all the time. There was more things he was bringing to the surface that they were trying to keep money and keeping him away from my family, keeping me away from the family, and he kept telling me that. And then when that happened, they were like, oh no, we're going to take her to the therapist. And the crazy thing is, anytime somebody would bring up his name, I would never show any emotion. Or if I was around my family, I was wondering why I always got headaches and really nauseous and start forgetting things. They were like mind raping me every time I went around them because they overheard the techniques that the therapist did to be able to allow you to forget things. So anytime my dad would come creeping up in my mind and try to override those dreams, they tried to make sure that they kept that away from me. And it just so happened right after he passed away, the movie Get Out came out. And me and my friend went there and hearing that anytime somebody brings, especially I say if my white friends, I love y'all to death, don't come around me with no damn coffee cups. It was like a thing with coffee cups and hearing that stirring, it brought back all those memories all at one time and almost had a panic attack in the movie theater because all those memories came back all at one time. And I had to just sit there and just try not to flip out and had a big panic attack in the middle of the theater. So all these things came fluttering back at one time. I mean, I was like, no, this, no, 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 this is not what happened, And I mean, I was tearing up stuff in my house. I was ready to fight everybody. I didn't care. But then when I see how far I came, I can be able to respect and appreciate that trauma because it allowed me to see that is not going to beat me. That trauma is what's going to help me. That trauma is going to be something I'm going to overcome to be able to help others that are struggling to get over their trauma, to be able to show that as Heyokas do, being able to give you that shock of reality to be able to allow you to see the things that you have struggled with in life. There are so many people that say you're the voice for us, or you have helped me, do so much you just don't know. And I mean, it brought tears to my eyes because now I see I was used for that example, and I'm trying not to cry. I was used for that because this wasn't even about me. This was not even about me. I allowed me to see the bigger picture. There are so many people in this life that's struggling, that's been hurt in all kind of ways. And they needed that person to help them out of drowning in their sorrows, drowning in their pain. And to be able to know I can make sense of that, of the chaos that we deal with that goes on in our heads, because that's the worst thing. We are our worst enemy because we fight demons that people don't even know about. And we cope with them with drugs. We cope with them with eating disorders. We cope with them with judgment towards others and ourselves. And that's not fair. It's not fair towards nobody. And that's why I love what I do. That's why I have no problem with people knowing what I struggled with, knowing how far I came. I'm not that person I was when I first started this, and I damn sure ain't going back. I love and appreciate the person I am, flaws and all. It doesn't matter because I know if I can overcome it, you can too. So you enjoy your road of redemption. Allow yourself to cry and do whatever you need to do, long as it's in a positive sense. And allow yourself to know you are strong. You are that warrior that can defeat anything that has been placed on your path, and you will triumph, and you will overcome, and you will persevere. And I hope you were able to, get this message. I hope you were able to, relate to it, resonate, whatever. My bad, y'all didn't mean to cry, but it's a beautiful thing. So I will talk to y'all on my next video. I got to get ready to take my daughter to work. So I will give a post notification out to Treasure Seasons as well as Ray Fisher and Greg. Much love to you as well. And I will see you on my next video. Like and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, drop a line so I know to go ahead and give you a post notification shout out. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, forever loved, and whatever you're praying for to bring into your life is going double times. Aren't even expecting. And make sure you have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible at everything you do. And, send as much love and light and blessings and prosperity towards other people. You never know, your kind words and vibes can really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love, peace, be well.